Hi, magandang araw. Ako ulit si Ma'am Tina and welcome to another video on LS3 Mathematical and Problem Solving Skills. So let's have our initial activity, a short review of our previous topic, which is on perimeter and circumference. So suppose you are given a square. Okay? So tinatanong ka kung ano ang perimeter nitong square na ito. So by definition, we know that perimeter is the boundary line of a polygon. So in this case, since we have a square, alam natin that a square has 4 equal sides. And therefore, solving for your perimeter just means adding the lengths of the 4 sides. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. How did I know na 3 siya? Okay, so wala mong binigay na exact measurement, but from the grid o yung mga parang tiles or square, makita natin na tigta-tatlo siya. Okay, so the perimeter of this square is 12 units. What about the second figure? So it is a rectangle with 4 by 2 units. So solving for the perimeter, that would simply be adding all the sides, 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4, again giving us a perimeter of 12 units. And lastly, let's have this, a thinner rectangle with 5 squares, ano? So, mapapansin natin yung dalawang gilid, tig 1 unit, tapos 5 units yung ibabaw, 5 units yung ilalim, and therefore giving us a perimeter of also 12 units. So, we can see from this illustration na pwedeng iba-iba siya ng shape or iba-ibang polygon, iba-ibang size, pero the perimeter could be the same. So, they all have the same perimeter, which is 12 units. But the next question is, do they have the same area? Okay? Sige, tingnan natin. Sabi dito, the area of the square is 9 square units. Any idea kung paano nakuha? Kasi nga naman, ano, pag binilang mo, merong siyam na squares. So, that would be 9 square units. So, from that example, ano kaya ang area ng pangalawa nung ating unang rectangle? So, the area would be 8 square units. And lastly, this would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, area is 5 square units. So, what's the difference between perimeter and area? Bakit ganun? Parehas naman sila ng figure. Pero, magkaiba yung perimeter at saka yung area na nakuha natin. So, again, when we talk of perimeter, it is the measurement around the shape. Okay, kaya nga boundary line of the polygon. So, ayan, around. Ayan yung perimeter. That's why we just add the lengths of the sides. But when we talk of the area, it is actually the measurement of space inside the shape. So, yung kabuuan, no, ng buong rectangle, yung buong mukha ng rectangle. So, kagaya nito, pag sinabi nating perimeter, yun yung bakod ng garden. Pag sinabing area, yun mismo yung lupa na pinagtatamnan natin ng halaman. So by definition, area is the number of square units equal to the measure of the surface. The standard unit of area in the metric system is the square meter. So iba-iba, depende kung ano yung binigay na unit. Kung inches yung binigay, that would be square inches. Kung centimeters, square centimeters. Kung feet, square feet, and so on. So yun yung difference din nila ng perimeter. Ang perimeter, linear unit lang, no? Ano lang, as in meter, ganun. Pero pagka may square na, we are talking about area already. Planar figures have flat level surfaces. Planar figures include a square, rectangle, triangle, rhombus, and circle. Basta flat surface. So, kunyari may papel ka. Rectangular na papel, bond paper. Okay, so that's a planar figure. So, we'll be discussing the formula for each planar figure. Yung mga simple lang. So, let's have the triangle. So, this triangle has basically 3 sides. Okay, pero ang pinag-uusapan lang natin, pag kukunin natin ang area ng triangle, is the base. Ayan, nasa baba. Yung haba ng baba, yung base. At yung taas ng triangle or the height. So the area of the triangle is base times height divided by 2. Next. We have here a square. So alam naman natin na itsura ng square. All four sides are equal. So ang area ng square is simply s squared. Pag sinabi natin squared, exponent yon, meaning dalawang beses mo i-multiply yung s sa sarili niya. Okay? So, kunyari, binigyan tayo ng 2 inches na side. So, that would simply be 2 squared, which is 4 square units. Alright, for the rectangle, ito yata ang pinaka natatandaan ng lahat. The area of a rectangle is given as length times width. Of course, the length is the longer side and the width is the shorter side. Another figure we have here is a rhombus. Ang rhombus ay isang tabinging square. So, we have to take note that all four sides of a rhombus have equal lengths, pero tabingi siya. Okay? So, merong isang pares ng sides na parallel and another pair of sides na parallel. So, the area of a rhombus is computed by multiplying the two diagonals and dividing the product by 2. So, you will understand this better pag nagbigay na ako ng sample problem. And the last planar figure we have here is a circle. The area of a circle is given as pi r squared. Alam na natin ang r as radius. That is the length from the center of the circle to any point along the circumference o kalahati siya ng diameter. And of course, pi has a numerical value of 3.14. Let's try those formulas sa pagsagot natin sa mga sample problems na ito. A triangular piece of plyboard has a base of 42 inches and a height of 56 inches. What is its area? So obviously from the problem, triangle daw. Ang base, yung ilalim, is 42 inches. Ang taas is 56 inches. Ang formula natin for area ng triangle is base times height divided by 2. Substituting the given values, that would be 42 times 56 divided by 2. Huwag malilito, talagang kasama yung over 2 or divided by 2 dun sa formula. So 42 times 56 gives us 2,352 divided by 2. That would be equal to 1,176 square inches. So ganun po ang pagbasa. Kung makikita natin, it's inch squared. Pero inuuna natin yung salitang square bago yung unit. So, square inches, square centimeters, square feet, and so on. Let's have number 2. A rectangular lot has length of 12.5 meters and width of 8 meters. What is its area? So, rectangle daw siya, ang haba, 12.5 meters, ang lapad, 8 meters. So, alam natin that area is length times width. The area of a rectangle is length times width. Substituting the given measurements, that would simply be 12.5 multiplied by 8. So, ang sagot po natin is 100 square meters. Very easy. Third example. Manglino's square-shaped living room has side measuring 5 meters. What is its area? Bakit isa lang ang ibinigay na measurement? Of course, kasi alam natin, dahil square to, isa lang naman talaga ang sukat ng 4 na sides. So, 5 meters daw. So, area can be computed by s squared, meaning imumultiply lang natin yung side times side. So, 5 squared gives us 25 square meters. Number 4. A circular cake has a radius of 6 inches. What is its area? So, kung yan yung top ng cake, okay? So, ang radius niya daw is given as 6 inches. So, tinatanong tayo ng area. From the formula, A is equal to pi r squared. Substituting the values, that would simply be pi times 6 squared. Pero ano ba ang value ng pi? That's 3.14. So 6 squared is 36. So that would be 36 pi inches squared or square inches. Sometimes okay na naka-final answer yung pi eh. Pero pag sa choices, wala kayo nakikitang pi, ibig sabihin, minultiply talaga yung square ng radius doon sa numerical value ng pi. So that would also be equal to 36 times 3.14, giving us an area of 113.04 square inches. Okay, ito naman yung sa rhombus. Find the area of a rhombus whose longer diagonal is 15 inches and the other diagonal is 10 inches. Pag diagonal, yun yung nakatabinging linya sa loob. Alright, so this is the rhombus, the longer diagonal, and the shorter diagonal. So the area is equal to d sub 1 times d sub 2. Okay. Lagyan lang natin ng sub-sub, pero it's actually just multiplying the two diagonals divided by 2. Substituting that would be 15 times 10 divided by 2. Therefore, that gives us 150 divided by 2, and the area of the rhombus is 75 square inches. This time, let's talk about the surface area. A solid figure has thickness and is thus said to have 3 dimensions. So, kung kanina sa planar figures, patag lang, flat surface, dito ngayon, meron tayong solid figure, parang dice, okay, or parang box. So, 3-dimensional siya. And therefore, pag kinuha natin yung surface area, ibig sabihin ng surface area, yun yung area ng lahat ng mukha nung ating solid figure. Let's say, for example, itong cube. Okay? Dito sa cube, ilang mukha ang meron? No? So, meron tayong isa sa harap, sa ibabaw, sa likod, sa dalawang gilid, tsaka sa ilalim. So, we have a total of 6 faces. So, to get the surface area of a cube, kailangan natin yung 6 na area. Yung mukha, no? Yung area ng 6 na mukha. Pero, dahil cube siya, we know that a face of a cube is in the shape of a square. And therefore, gagamitin natin yung area ng square. Ang area ng square is s squared, right? So, dito sa formula na to, the surface area of a cube is simply given as 6, yung 6 na mukha, e squared, where e is the edge or the side, parehas lang nung s kanina. Okay? What if we have a rectangular solid, kagaya ng shoebox, or maraming boxes na ang itsura ay rectangular solid. Okay? Again, kung mapapansin mo, may 6 siyang mukha. Pero, hindi pare-parehas ng sukat. So, yung harap at saka likod, siya yung magkapares. Yung ibabaw at saka yung ilalim magkapares at yung dalawang gilid magkapares. And, if you would notice, so meron tayong length, yung haba, yung width, yung lapad, at yung height. At yun po ang gagamitin natin sa kabuuan ng formula. The surface area of a rectangular solid is given as 2 multiplied by, okay, i-multiply mo muna yung width times height, tapos i-add mo yun sa height times length, tapos i-add mo yun sa length times width. Okay, mas maintindihan natin ito later with the problem, the sample problem I will show you. Another solid figure is what we call the cylinder. So, kagaya ng, cylinder? Kagaya ng tangke ng tubig, water tank. Or yung simpleng water bottle, tanggalin mo lang yung top na iba ang konti. Okay, baterya. Okay? So, examples yun ng cylinder. So, how do we find the surface area of a cylinder? Siyempre, bilog ang ibabaw, bilog ang ilalim. That is why we have 2 pi r squared. Saan galing yung pi r squared? The area of a circle. Dalawa. Bakit dalawa? Isa sa ibabaw, isa sa ilalim. Saan ang galing yung 2 pi r h? Pag binuklat mo yung cylinder na yan, that gives us actually a rectangle. Okay? So, yung rectangle na yun, pagka siya binukas mo. Okay? And it can be computed by getting the circumference, which is 2 pi r. Okay? Parang siya yung haba. at yung width niya would be equal to the height. Kaya po siya may 2 pi RH. Hindi ko na masyadong i-deal kung paano siya kinuha, no, yung formula na ito. Pero just for the sake of having an imagination kung bakit nga ganito. Alright. So to understand this better, magsagot tayo ng mga problems regarding surface area of solid figures. Let's have number 1. A sealed cylindrical water tank in a subdivision is made of concrete. Its outer radius is 3.2 meters and its height is 8 meters. If the tank is painted on the exterior, what is the total surface to be painted? So, yung tangke daw, no, sa subdivision, made of concrete, kailangan nilang pinturahan. Ang tanong, ano daw yung total surface area na pipinturahan? Siyempre, pag pininturahan mo yun, pipinturahan mo yung ibabaw, yung buong gilid, at saka yung ilalim. So, para mas maintindihan natin yung mga binigay na measurements, let's have this illustration. Alright. So, ang height daw is 8 meters, at ang radius na binigay is 3.2 meters. Solving for the surface area, ang binigay sa ating formula is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh. Isa-substitute nyo lang. So that would simply be 2 pi. Ang r natin is 3.2 and then we square it. Plus 2 pi times the radius, 3.2, and the height, 8. So, substitute ulit natin. Numerical value ng pi is 3.14. Okay? So, we have this whole equation. And then, performing multiplication, that gives us 64.31 plus 160.73. Ulitin natin. Saan mo nakuha yung 64.31? Pag binultiply mo si 2 times 3.14 times 10.24, that gives us 64.31. When we multiply 2 times 3.14 times 25.6, that gives us 160.73. So we add, that would give us 225.04 square meters. That's the surface area to be painted. Another example. A rectangular box is 15 inches in length, 10 inches in width, and 8 inches in height. What is the total surface area of the box? Alright, so suppose this is the box. Ang length natin is 15 inches. The height is 8 inches. And the width is 10 inches. Na-imagine nyo na. Ayan. So, ang formula natin to get the surface area of a rectangular box, or sometimes it's called as rectangular prism, is given as twice the sum of length times width, width times height, and length times height. Isa-substitute nyo lang. Kaya napaka-importante na na-drawing nyo sana para mas madaling makita ano ba yung isa-substitute kong number or measurement. So, that would simply be 2 times, ang length natin, 15, ang width natin, 10, tapos width 10, height 8, yan, mas madaling makita. Diba? So, pagka ganito, because we have grouping symbols, of course, we start the operation doon sa loob ng grouping symbols. So, 2 times, yung 15 times 10 is 150, 10 times 8 is 80, 15 times 8 is 120. Tapos, i-add mo muna lahat yon. 150 plus 80 is equal to 230 plus 120, that's 350. And then 2 times 350, the surface area is actually 700 square inches. Okay, huli na. So, tapos na tayo sa solid figures, sa planar figures. We have now area of an irregular planar figure. Ang irregular planar figure, yung wala siyang exact na korte. Kasi made up siya of planar figures. So, to solve for the area of an irregular planar figure, i-divide natin yung figure into regular planar figures. Okay, tingnan natin kung paano natin masosolve. Nahihiwa-hiwalay natin para magmukha muna siyang planar figures. And from there, iisipin natin kung ano yung formula yung gagamitin, tapos i-add up lang natin. Solve for the area of each planar figure and add up all the areas to get the area of the irregular planar figure. Alright, let's have the following examples. Oh, ayan. Pinapahanap sa atin ang area of these two irregular planar figures. Let's have the first one. Ang korte, letter L. Binigyan tayo ng 10 inches sa ibabaw, 25 inches na height. Itong side na to, 10 inches, and this one is 10 inches. So, sa palagay nyo, ilang korte ang mabubuo natin dito? So, we actually have two regular planar figures here. Kung i-divide natin yan, we have a rectangle and a square. So, what we need to do is to solve for the first area, that would be the area of the rectangle, and the second area, which is the area of the square. Pag nakuha na natin yun individually, we simply add up, and then we get the total area of this irregular planar figure. So, area 1, yung rectangle natin, that is length times width. Substituting, that gives us 25 times 10. And therefore, area 1 is 250 square inches. But we're not done yet. Kasi kailangan po natin isolve si area 2. Ang area 2 natin is squared. Therefore, we make use of the formula S squared. The given side is 10. So, 10 squared is simply 100 square inches. But then again, hindi pa rin yan tapos. We add up yung dalawang areas. So, the total area is equal to area 1 plus area 2, which is 250 plus 100, giving us a total area of 350 square inches. Easy, right? And let's have the last problem. So, ito naman, no? Arrow siya. So, binigay na sa atin, 7 inches ito, yung haba, 15 inches, yung triangle natin, yung height niya, 15 inches, ito may habang 4 inches itong dalawang gilid na ito. Right? So, basically, we can divide this into two figures. A rectangle and a triangle. So, this would be area 1 and area 2. So, area 1 is the area of a rectangle. That would simply be length times width. Substituting, we get 15 times 7. And therefore, area 1 is 150 square inches. So, ang area 2 ay area ng triangle, which is base times height divided by 2. Ang question dito, ano ang base? Yung height actually madaling tignan, no? Pag tinayo mo yan triangle, ang height natin 15 inches. Pero ano yung base? So, kung mapapansin natin, kung ipoproject natin yung width ng rectangle, 7 inches, yun din naman yung itong broken line na to, yung orange broken line. 7 inches din yan. Pero may 4 inches dito, tsaka therefore, kung 4 inches yan, yung kabilang side, yung kabilang tusok, 4 inches din. So, ang ating base would actually be equal to 15. Paano ulit nakuha yung 15? 7 plus 4 plus 4. So, 15 yung ating base, 15 yung ating height. So, 15 times 15 divided by 2, that gives us 225 divided by 2. And therefore, the area of the triangle is 112.5 square inches. But that is not yet the total area of this irregular planar figure. So, kailangan pa nating i-add yung dalawang areas. So, that would give us area total, or the total area is A1 plus A2. That is 105 plus 112.5, giving us a total area for this arrow as 217.5 square inches. Well, that's it. I'll be sending the link of our evaluation. 1 to 5 lang naman. Kayang-kaya niya yan. And hopefully, you can go back dito sa video na to para matignan ulit yung mga formulas natin. Kasi eventually, through constant practice, matatandaan nyo na rin yung mga formulas natin. So, that's it for today. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you are all well. Maraming salamat at magkikita ulit tayo sa susunod nating video. Bye!